Good morning, everyone. Good morning. I think it's still morning. So it's Cleedra for those of you who are new to my page. And I just wanted to, I'm actually outside of a middle school where I volunteer. And there's a man cutting the grass. And it made me think of my dad because he's cutting it in straight lines the way my dad taught me. So stick with me. There is a nugget in this that I want to share with you. So, it makes me think these straight lines in this grass that I'm looking at and coming out of that middle school, it makes me think of how conditioned we are to the straight lines. I've watched on Facebook all of your children. So many children are going from kindergarten to first grade, or they're going from middle school to high school, or from high school to college. And it's amazing that when you're in it, you don't think of how it's conditioning you to think that life is a straight line. And we always know what's next when we're in school, right? So it's sixth grade, then seventh, and eighth. Everything is a straight line until you graduate. And when you graduate, not just from formal education, but when you graduate to a life that isn't a straight line, I'm convinced in the work that I've been called to do, and just in the seasons that I've had to endure myself, that we get stuck when it's no longer a straight line and we don't know what's next because we did not plan to be in that current situation. Good morning, Diane. Good morning, Jimmy. Good morning, Stephanie. And so I just want to talk to you about facing that point of graduation, and you don't know what's next, and life is no longer a straight line. As I'm looking at this guy go back and forth in a straight line, and I just came out of the middle school, and they're talking about this is what's next for the kids, and then after that they're going to do that, and then after that they're going to do that, and the confidence, that we have in those seasons of this is what I'm going to do first, and then I'm going to do that, and then we continue that, right? We graduate from formal education. I'm going to get my job. I'm going to get married. I'm going to have 2.2 kids. I'm going to have a fence. I'm going to have a dog. You get my point. But then something happens. And that's something, whether it's a diagnosis, that's something, whether it's an unexpected loss, that's something of whether it's a job that isn't going the way you planned, and you've invested years to get to this point, and you're like, is this really what it's about? That marriage that you thought would be the marriage that would take you until your last breath, and it's unraveled. The point is, we all get to that point where it's no longer a straight line. And our ability to say, I'm going to do that next, is taken away. And more than that, I believe our confidence is taken away to believe that there is a next, because it's not what we planned. And so I'm sharing this with you because I see so many people get stuck in the same way I got stuck. And I know now that that's why God called me to that season when my whole life that I had planned unraveled now 10 years ago. I think that's why I'm so reflective this year, that I'll be 47, and I was 37 when everything that I planned completely unraveled. And there's something about that unraveling that shakes you to your core. And so the thing that I want you to take from this is our ability to hear from God in those moments is more critical than probably any other season in our life. Why is that? Because there is no curriculum at that point. You don't need a curriculum when you're in school, or, when I was in undergrad and grad school, and even my first job, when you're entry level with a job, there's like a script, there's a play, you run the play. But then when you get to an executive level, or you venture out to be an entrepreneur, there is no script. And then you have life demands. You have no script at work. You have no script in your personal life. And it becomes really challenging. And so our ability to hear from God really is dependent on how healthy we are. You all see me with the workouts and talking about food, but I want you to get the so what behind it. Because when we are clear physically in terms of giving our body healthy food, drinking water, then you can really hear. And the noise of your life unraveling and it not being a straight line isn't amplified so much that it dampens out that still, small, quiet voice that's saying, Go here. Do that. Call that person. I can promise you that 10 years ago, at 246 pounds, filing for divorce, my only baby gone to be with God, it was a time that if I hadn't made the choice to get healthy, I'm not so sure where I would be. And so this is bigger. Why am I saying this to you? This is bigger than looking a certain way, getting to a certain size, having abs or arms. Nothing wrong with those things, but I want you to hear me clearly. It's so much deeper than that. Because our positioning emotionally, if we are emotionally, our fluctuations emotionally are so drastic and extreme, and we're not able to center ourselves in the midst of those lines not being straight, then we can't hear. And if we can't hear, then we're not able to know what the next step is when there is no longer a curriculum. So if you have graduated like I have to a season where there are no straight lines, there isn't anyone to ask. The complexity of certain seasons, it takes a stillness. It takes the ability to hear what only God can guide you to do, because it's never been done and no one planned it. No one saw it coming. And so that's what I wanted to share. Hey, Sherry. So you guys, I can hold on a second. Hopefully you can see me a second if you have any questions about this. So I hope you'll commit. I have free membership now for the 30-day system that I absolutely love. Yesterday I had consults literally all day from sun up to sundown, and I'm going to be doing it again. I'm excited to get people to that position of clarity, you know, so that they can hear. Because sometimes the noise of those unexpected events can make us feel like we're spiraling in the uncertainty, and there's just no hope or no help. And that's not true. That's a lie from the enemy. But you have to get yourself clear on the inside, and that includes, you know, cleaning up what you're eating, cleaning up how you're moving your body, cleaning up how you're sleeping, cleaning up your self-care. So you can send me a private message, or you can post below, and I can send you my calendar link if you're interested in just getting clear, so that you can hear, and going beyond just doing this to just look a certain way. It's about living a certain way when you graduate to a season that is complicated. So anyway, I hope you guys enjoyed this. Give me some feedback. Share it with someone who's in a season where there aren't any straight lines. And I hope that this has been helpful. And I will talk to you later. And again, just send me a private message or drop below. Yes, Cledra, I'd love to talk to you. I'm doing complimentary consults all week. So my voice is a little scratchy because I've been talking so much. So just let me know. Post below, and I'll make sure you have my calendar link. God bless. And thanks so much for watching. And as always, I appreciate you. And I will talk to you next time. All right. Bye.